Hello there and welcome to the League Championship match for Season 64. I'm playing Yurikamome as we expected. Nothing too funny happened in the remaining matches. We're going into this with 19 points to Yurikakome's 18. So if we win 3 games, we'll take the championship, and if Yurika wins 3.5 or better, they'll take the championship. So, Kingdom, enhance Foray. Foray not the only buy. There's a lot of draw here in various forms. Pool obviously can go the craziest. And then there's potentially some nice... The thing is that the payload stuff, is largely in loots. So you can pick up quite a bit of cash money, just pure money in the fives, and buy. So it's not like that's nothing. I think the question here is whether you're like into tracker exorcist or pool tracker. I think you do, or potion tracker rather. You can't unfortunately make like the enhance. You can do enhanced tracker, but then you're stuck buying a 3, which I guess would be wishing well, which isn't insane, but I don't think it's correct. And then beyond that, but it's still not clear that the tracker is better than just say taking a wishing well and hoping for an enhance later. I don't hate that opening, like I said. Again, top deck potion is quite nice here. This is sort of a scary draw. For me. Versus them hitting Field's Gift here. I guess the advantage, or my advantage in this instance, is that their exorcist missed. But now immediately their pool is paying dividends. I think people tend to underestimate the pool attack. Nice trackers as well. I mean, particularly if you're hitting draw already, that's pretty good. This is probably their first exorcist play. Have to name coppers. This is nice. They'll name coppers. We got a count here. We have 6. So I think we do take the trash. We can get a... Actually, well, if they play any pools, then we're going to have a little bit of a trouble making this wish. But if they don't play a pool, we can make a wish. River's Gift is nice. Should be copper, right? We're down to... We've trashed 2 coppers. We're down to 4 coppers. We kind of have to keep this, unfortunately. I mean... Yeah. It would be nice to pick up a mining road. But barring that, even like pool foray would be pretty nice if we draw a lot somewhere. If they don't get back around to the pouch, this is kind of nice. They'll probably just be buying mining road. Fortunately, that was a... Well, okay. So they don't get to pouch. So they're probably just buying mining road. If I had to guess. You have to add a mining road at some point. Yeah. There's not much incentive to top deck it. There's probably more incentive not to top deck it. It's okay to top deck it, but it's not super good. So we made the right wish there, but now we're in a kind of a lose-lose situation. I don't know what that means in this context, but we have 6. 7 would have been nice. I mean, I could have wished for Wisp. Wisp was also a reasonable wish there, but we didn't do it, so. I think we just have to hope we draw pretty good and go for the mining road. 183, yeah. There's like some enhanced stuff you could do here. But I guess I didn't really want to reveal that I had the, well, that sucks that the, well, yeah, I mean, it just sucks that these hit right off rip. And I'll probably lose a pool or something here. This is like potion pool left. This isn't so good. They're probably going for a foray. Maybe not though. Yeah, okay, they are going for a foray. Sextant probably pretty good here for them. This should be a scrying pool. I don't know what the angle here is. I guess we're gonna draw deck anyway. Or enough of deck. The pouch is down in here somewhere, which could be nice. There's Wisp and Copper in the discard. But we can also stop here. I think we can get the trash in while doing the I mean, I guess the Wisp is guaranteed to draw both cards. And it replaces itself as far as uniques go. So it's like strictly better. Right, they just played, they tossed a Wisp and I just tossed once. So I think this is fine. Oh, that was already, I'd already gone through it. Well, we're still fine. It didn't really change. It just adds a copper. To the situation here. Okay, this is pretty good. I don't know what the best thing to get is. I mean, the main thing is just to get something unique, I guess. Wait. Okay. No. I'm so confused. And I'll buy a pool. And then do I want, I mean, wells are still really good. At some point, it's nice to leave the actions out of the hand if we have a pool guaranteed up there. I'm quite a bit thinner. That's fine. It's not a very good pool draw for them, but probably the next one will be good. I'm a little surprised at the patrician play, thinking that maybe there's an angle for like a double foray or something there. But I guess you're not super concerned about foraying multiple times unless you have more mining roads. I'm probably still just the half turn behind from first player. Doubloons is actually okay here. Pretty good here within hands. I don't know. Silver gain is okay if your tracker gets Mountain's Gift. That's pretty nice, and the Sky's Gift is pretty okay too, depending, especially on when you get it. Sun's Gift isn't really doing much. Sky's Gift potentially you can do, or at least I can, if I play Blessed Village. There's a shot at getting to gain and play, and like discarding actions and then whatever. So Sword is not like a super huge deal. Though it's nice. Once we stop top decking the pools, it could be a little scary. I'm not totally sure I should have discarded the Exorcist since it doesn't pool draw, but we'll just see. I mean, we can wish for it, and there are some things around it. They're probably going to get... You're probably going to get 6 pools. So, like, you can live with 4 here if your deck is pretty good in the other ways. I thought oh, did they discard the orb? Oh. Well, I think that's probably wrong, but... Shoot! Okay. Still have a lot of coppers, actually. I have 4 wisps. Well, this wasn't great the way I played it anyway. I'm not sure it was fully bunked or if I just didn't do it. This is what's left? This is Wisp and Pool. I don't think it wasn't even Wisp and Pool, it was pulling something else, but another well. Well, we are gonna draw. This is like Wisp and you drew the copper. Wisp and Mining Road and whatever. I don't know what the last two things are. There's a Wind's Gift, I think, and a Sky's Gift. I guess we can see which of these things we hit and then go from there. The Orb is the last card. I probably want to loot. I need Pool and Foray. Foray's kind of pays for itself. 1, 2. I'm trying to think if I can get in a trash or not. Or if I need to just draw this up. We need to buy Pool. Which is going to take... But the Foray pays for itself, so you should only need 7 total. 23, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, like, we can probably get in a trash. Right? There's also something to leaving this copper here, and it can just be the sword discard or something. Just, like, slightly better. Okay. I mean, there are some forays that hurt. Like, Chalice hurts really bad. They are going to get they're gonna get to do the Sky's Gift thing, probably. Unfortunately. Win was probably a little better for me on that last turn, but I didn't know that I needed it, and it could have been nice to just do Sky's, or take Sky's Gift, not use it, just so they don't get the gold here. But unfortunately, they do get the gold. I think. I don't know for sure, but I think it's the last one. And they're going to be able to get it pre-buy too, so like the Mining Road, they can play with Mining Road, or they can use it, save it, and use it for something else. I do need to be a little careful here. I put in the second Mining Road, which is sort of an angle to play more forays, but our draw, you know, we can't have that many treasures. We're going to need paddocks. Like, and maybe the last buy should have been a paddock. I could believe that quite easily. It's like these are going to be basically free discards, because you can discard actions and you can They didn't play the mining road beforehand, so then the gold isn't coming out of the discard, so the draw isn't quite as guaranteed. But you can save the you have draw now, so you can save the. Oh, they just didn't do it. That's really surprising to me. I would have thought that that would be quite good there. I don't know exactly what's in hand, but that's what I would have guessed. May go into enhancing instead of just exorcisting and just do it. Enhance of the exorcist into something. And maybe should have even done that last turn, but I have pouch on top. I don't know if I try to wish out a treasure, like play wishing well and try and wish out copper. There aren't a ton of coppers. In fact, there are only 2. Maybe something like that. Insignia not doing a whole lot here. I don't know what order. Yeah, that's fine. They just want a higher impact mining road play, but like it's not gonna matter. They're gonna have the buys anyway, I think, and they're not gonna duration the amp for us, so it's not a huge deal. This will probably be like pool paddock, well, maybe tracker, probably, or maybe patrician, but potentially an enhance on something. Unfortunately, the treasures are singletons, so the wish is kind of not going to be very good at what I want it to try to do here, but that's just the way it goes. Yeah, and unfortunately then there are still going to be like 5 treasures to kind of punch through there. I'm going to need horses. I shouldn't have got the second mine road. It should have been a paddock. Because double foray is going to be quite greedy, frankly. Having the plus buy may be relevant for estates here in relatively short time, but I'm a little surprised at the that was quite lucky. Wow, that was quite insane of a draw. I'm a little surprised at the well, it's fine. I kind of think you can still do a little better with wells, but the decks are a lot of uniques, and you know, loots and mining roads are drawable with the patrician, so it makes sense. So now there's actually quite a few treasures here. There's like potion and the orb, and nobody knows. Potion orb, maybe another copper. But quite a few wisps and stuff as well. I'm not sure. There's some time to play the tracker, right? Okay. I have a lot of wisps, which is cool. Don't mind it. This should be totally guessable, but I don't really know what it is. For pool, because we have, it may just be another wisp. Okay. Okay. I probably should have used wisps, right? Instead of wishing well, but whatever. It would have been a little friendlier for the 4A stuff. But that's all right. I guess the potion can be killed or enhanced. I mean, that's a kind of killing. Pool wisp, well, wisp well copper, or not unreasonable. Forays. With a estate trash and an enhance. I mean, there's also something to be said for just getting the imp rather than and buying the paddock. I wouldn't mind a province here. If we double foray, paddock, trash copper, or not trash copper, it would be paddock province, double foray, gain a wisp. I don't hate that. Okay, spell scroll is nice. We'll just do a paddock that way. And maybe top deck one horse, but not the second one. Okay. This isn't really nice. Really happy about the doubloons. Pretty happy about that turn overall. Really worked out nicely for me. So a pretty big gap on copper trashing still. But they have a lot of stuff too. We have probably quad. I don't know if that'll be safe or not. Probably not safe, just because there's a real shot of them drawing through and being able to do a lot of enhancing on other things. River's nice here. I think there are still some worlds where they just fail to draw just because of the size of the deck, but it's not like super likely. I can fail to draw. We haven't had the shield in the opening hand yet, which is not surprising. If I do draw, my greening's going to be tough to figure out. I don't know what all these cards are. If they triple, that's scary. What's scary is I think they're maybe going to be able to double here and set up for like a quad the next turn. But I don't know. I don't know. And I don't really have a good idea of what their economy, total economy is. With whatever they've held back here, which maybe is just the coppers. I don't think I can do 5. The thing is, without the playing the loots, I mean, I have 5 6 or better costs at this point. And I have like 12-ish, 13-ish dollars, maybe more. But then to have 5 buys, I would only have like 3. No, I would have 4 buys, but anyway, I don't think I'm quite there. I think Eureka is okay if they can draw, but again, the draw is not so perfect that it's at all guaranteed. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a lot of treasures in the deck. The potion, I believe, is still in the deck. That probably just gets enhanced into a gold. Here, if I had to guess. Part of my threat will probably be enhancing Exorcist into a gold. It may be going both. They may be sending both Potion and Exorcist to gold, which quite ups their number of enhanced targets. Could also be convinced that I could be convinced of a number of things. I think if they triple, they're toast. Like, if I draw, they're just super toast. But I don't anticipate that happening. They do get to save a pool here, which sucks. Well, no, they discard a pool. Okay. They didn't get to save a pool. You could maybe have ordered this to play into a puzzle box angle, potentially, but I don't know how relevant or how likely that is to like actually have tried to play around it. The hammer is pretty nice. So I think they're setting up for like a, you know, bigger turn next time. No, they did take 2 provinces. That's interesting. So they're going to enhance, I'm assuming? No. So they're setting up patricians to do the draw, I guess, and imp. Okay, so they didn't... I don't think I have 5 in me. They certainly have 5 in them now, if they draw. They got river... Or maybe they got river the last time. Yeah, they got river. So, I don't know. I don't think I have 40 straight either. I know I don't have 40 straight. I have to probably play for a dud. Because 4 provinces getting me to 30, they can take enough duchies to beat that. I don't even think it's hard. I did draw it real well here. So I've saved a horse, or so far I've saved a horse. That was an insane copper draw. I don't think there's like an estate wishing well angle. The buys just aren't there. Now an emporium wishing well angle, that is maybe more interesting. Because we can play the loots. They count the buys. How many buys do I have? Because I can enhance the horses. You know? At the end. I have 3, 4... I probably don't have 9 buys. Tracker potentially is getting us somewhere. I'm not sure. This is a guy. I still have 3 coppers. Because I have orb and shield. Yeah, and I can't even really dodge that way. Well... 1, 2, 3. Where's the tracker? Last card. Is Wishing Well or is Wisp my only thing in there? Okay. No. Would that have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Okay, that's just 7. I'm only at 7 buys. They're gonna win unless they dud. Unfortunately. How much money do I have? 10. I mean, I might want to do 1 foray, but honestly, I can add money and just threaten 5 more. Like, if I'm playing for dud, I can just add money or add mining roads or whatever. It may be 1 foray, maybe the angle, but... Because I don't have $40. 12, 13, 16, 19, $25. And I can't... When you enhance, that's like a $2 discount roughly. So if you can enhance a couple times, you still need $36. Because I don't have like artisans or whatever, non-economy 6 costers. They probably just went on the Emporiums. I can add a little money via coppers. I could +2 my money, but not gonna cut it. I don't know. I guess there are semi-duds. That's the thing with Yurika's deck. It's not full, or there are going to be semi-duds to play around as well. Oh, this is a pain. But it's likely they win on any number of things. So I don't really know how to do this. If there's a win, I'm for sure not seeing it. We got another mining road. are we doing? How many scrying pools are they going to find at the top of this deck? I'm so mad. They still haven't played any of the patrons. No, come on. Not that. Give him a moon's gift or something. Ah. Gross, gross, gross. This will be easy. This will be super easy. On one of the pile outs, I mean, whatever. Probably the provinces is the easiest. There was still, I believe, maybe not a good shot, but a real shot to dud. Like, what's the best I could have maybe quadded? I'm not even sure I could quad province. But let's say that I could have quad province. That would have put me at 30. They would have needed just 5 duchies, which is just easy. With the enhances, it's just super easy. 5 duchies in a province, so I guess it's like $23 or something roughly. But that's trivial. I'm gonna assume the easiest one for them still is the Emporium Wishing Well one, but I'm not as clear on what they have as far as enhanced targets versus for provinces versus the other stuff. The way they're playing the wells and stuff suggests they're probably just going to do the enhances. But the province enhances is what I mean. I think I played it fine. I'd have to go back and check if I can make an angle where I could actually have threat to the provinces or to the one or more of the piles. It's like maybe mining road over a paddock on one of those. The 2 paddock, maybe overkill. The paddock I bought, like I think the spell scroll paddock is pretty nice. But the paddock I bought maybe should be mining road. But again, I think I was 2 buys short of most of the threat, though tracker angle then does open up. Well, this is sort of goofy. I guess you're probably going either stockpile maroon or stockpile sea witch, depending on your personality. Captain is pretty okay. Captain is just okay, I guess. The maroon plays are a little wonky. We have this limitation on the plus buy from stockpile running out. But like the curses will go. Innovation is really good here. You could potentially try and do double tack after stockpile, but well, it won't be unreasonable because the payload, aside from the stockpiles in those treasures, or those actions that produce money, not those treasures. The sewage cycling is pretty tempting. Though if you're really lucky with maroon probably is better. Probably the very lucky maroon draws beat the very lucky sewage draws. If I had to guess, but they have a 5-2. Well, there I think, yeah. I mean, you're also balancing out the coffer spend. So it's hard. Excuse me. They like here they're gonna spin the coffer, they're gonna get a stockpile. So it's just a question of this is the sadness. Unfortunately didn't fully whiff. And I will be able to do innovation next turn, or this turn. There's like a, oh my god. There's like a really nice sequence that's possible. But I didn't hit it. Unfortunately. Also, my maroon drew super awful, bad, super bad, awful, no good. I don't know here. We do the captain, of course, but we can do 7. We can buy a stockpile, basically. If we do Captain Conspirator, buy stockpile. Or we can trash. The shuffle trigger is a little bad, though. Or it's pretty bad. Oh, it's activated. Well, that was okay, draw-wise. Or at least not terrible. Not good, but not so super terrible. We didn't draw the thing, which is unfortunate, but kind of need a bazaar. There may be innovation tactician angles here. Kind of. Oh no, they're gonna empty these. Oh, that sucks. We're gonna get cooked here. I didn't know they had that many stockpiles in hand. We're absolutely cooked. This, I don't know. I mean, the maroon bottom deck didn't help, but I don't know if it was my choices or what. Or I don't know how much of, I don't know how to separate these things. But they're going to for sure, because you can captain, well, if you captain, you can't afford 3 stockpiles. I guess that's it. It's either 3 stockpiles or, it's 3 stockpiles and nothing or whatever. You can captain and get 2 stockpiles. Presumably you're going to captain. Maybe not though, I don't know. The nice thing about multiple captains is once you do one conspirator session, I mean, if you have 2 captains in play, the second one, the conspirator activates. Okay, so they did go for the stockpile emptying, which I think is probably reasonable. I'm in a bit of a bind, you might say. I guess I could have taken conspirator money there. I don't know what it would have changed. I mean, it would be this hand, only I would have $2 more, which is pretty good actually. So probably I should have done that. I clicked very quickly, like an absolute idiot. There's like, this may be all my stockpiles. That was stupid. Because 11 going to the shuffle, do a captain, maybe even goat something, whatever, it doesn't matter. Captain Bazaar, Captain Baker would have been good. Or like Captain Tactician would have been probably pretty good. Stupid. I can't. This is, oh, I'm stupid. It's like, that's like, oh no, okay. We gotta reset. What are we gonna do with this hand? We can save 1 stockpile. Is going to trigger a shuffle, but it's probably not. Well, now it's an unworkable shuffle. I was going to say it's probably not an unworkable shuffle, but drawing the Bazaar is pretty horrible. I guess this one will activate after we do maroon. I'm so stupid. Just so stupid. It's just whiffing a 5 for no reason. I guess I could have done captain. I mean, I guess I could have still bought a Bazaar if I had played both stockpiles. That's true. Or bought a tactician. We probably have to buy tactician this next turn. I think the stockpiles are going to represent just like too much too much money across the next couple hands, but okay. I was gonna say if we find a stockpile, there's sort of worlds where this does something, but this way I don't think does so much. Unfortunately. There's worlds where we get to either the Bazaar or but anyway, it didn't happen. Fortunately, the curse just isn't going to be particularly relevant. Unfortunately, everything else for me is going terrible. Via my own designs. I think I probably still had a shot after the stockpile run. I mean, that was tough, but maybe still a shot with cleaner buys. Excuse me. What actually would have been nice to do on that one turn would it conspirator captain trash curse with maroon. I could have played one stockpile and had $8 and gone captain play conspirator activating and then buy conspirator. Or vice versa. And that would have been pretty good as well, but I mean, for sure one of these is going to be a captain. Captain buy. And then probably a bazaar, but maybe a tactician. Tactician is super wasted, I think, on them. Their deck is small. Though again, it may be something you have to get eventually. I guess you can try to build to single, like super consistent single province. Maybe you poke double once or twice with the remaining stockpiles. That's not crazy either. Yeah, you could maybe angle for a shorter game here. 2 conspirators, yeah. Guess if I'm double tacking, this is like the last time to use this stuff. In some sense. It's funny because I don't have like $12 or anything. I don't think. I have like 10, which is not not enough. 12 would be pretty workable because you could go province conspirator, and then you would have threat on like province duchy, or maybe eventually. I actually have worse. I think I have 11 because I have the bazaar. That is a bit of a pain. It's really so they're at 14 now. One. They had 2 captains, 2 conspirators, and they added 3 they're at 14. Oh, right, you didn't play. Yeah, this isn't even true what I said earlier. Yeah, 11 is a gross number. And I'm certain that I made plays where I could be at 12 here. They're at 14, so they can, like, if I... Oh, no, this is awful. This is... And the worst part is... It's really hard to pick what the worst part of it is. They're going to be able to go province conspirator. And then have double for the rest of the game. And if at least I could go province conspirator here, they go province conspirator, I go, like, province duchies might just have enough threat at that point. I don't know. This for sure doesn't work though. I don't know if they can get stuck. They only have 2 captains, and they don't have... I don't know if they actually can get stuck or not. My guess is probably not, but... I can't get to double either in a single turn. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh. Did forget about that. So they're going to be at double already. Well, no, not double, but... This was both the captains, so... Well, that's actually not... Probably doesn't matter a whole lot. But again, imagine if I had already had the other conspirator, then this turn would be a double. I'd probably be 1 if that was the case. I do still threaten double on a final turn with the coppers. For whatever that's worth. I wonder why they didn't do captain. I guess the conspirators can disappear also. Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. Is that gonna come up? is, is that I should have captained the last one. No, I didn't have enough money. I had to do it the way I did it. But oof. Is that gonna come up? What are we doing? They can buy him out next turn, I guess. Do I have enough conspirators, normal conspirators, to like do things? And also then it's, oh boy, what's happening? Because I can't really buy that now. Interesting. Yeah. How many turns do I get to do this? I can probably do Baker innovation by province and hit okay, so I have 2 conspirators. That's not very many. Now if they spend their turns doing that, their buys doing that, it does have some cost, I suppose. Yeah, I don't know exactly what happens to me in this situation that we found ourselves in. They do also have this Sea Witch for tie breaking, which is not nothing. They double. Well, if I double, is it a tie offer? Sure is not. It sure is not a tie offer. So I guess I'm just completely cooked. I had to buy Dutchy last time to avoid. If I had Dutchy and then no, that still doesn't get me up to 30. If I had 15 and then went up to 24, it still loses. Oh, why am I like this? Well, I guess if I had Dutchy, but I wouldn't. If I had Dutchy and then I doubled here without an innovation, or without a tactician play, then it would be a tie offer, but one with risk. Well, I didn't think this one through, is the long and the short of it. Because this is for sure gonna work out fine for them. But look at my Baker tokens. They're incredible. Double Dutchy. Just super loses. There's like no shot of whiffing. They're gonna see 7 of these cards. They play 2 and then the conspirators activate immediately. Oh gosh, why did I play this one so stupidly? Well, yeah. Yeah, I would have had a look at either presenting a tie, which ties really are basically as good as wins for yurikamome at this point. Okay, well, there's not really any point to this, but I guess if I buy the last two conspirators, they'll just single instead of double. Guess I could have done that, but I wouldn't have had double, I don't think. For the next one. Well, I would have I would have been pretty close to it actually. But I would have still had just 12 points. So they would have gone up to 24 and then I could losing tie. I don't know what I'm doing. None of this matters. There aren't angles. I don't know. There's like a sea witch that is not an angle. It's decidedly not an angle. And there's a yeah. We'll just leave. I don't know. Just make a lot of sounds. How do you get? I don't know. We have emissary forest whatever, which is kind of interesting one. Contract can do some stuff, but the buy does not exist. So, oh no, there's foray again. This is gonna be, there's a real shot for foray sadness. The village is the issue here. The contract can do some nice stuff for you. And battle plan isn't, or warlord isn't necessarily a huge deal. You can spread the draw out quite a bit. It's funny that we've rolled Scrying Pool Foray twice. These have been good kingdoms. The two kingdoms were neat. This one looks like it could be interesting depending on how it kind of develops, but Emissary Forest Dwellers, you can kind of, there's some synergy there. It's not quite as much as the cave dwellers, but there's some work to be done activating emissaries. I don't think it'll ever come up, but Vault, I guess, potentially. Vault and Scrying Pool could get you more activations as well. Probably not relevant. There is potential, I guess, for a big conquest turn if you build up huge. Scrying Pool Vault is here, but none of it is like super none of it's super good. I wouldn't say. I don't know. Is Archer any good? I don't know about that. I knew the sailor was gonna miss. If we hit the sailor, we can buy the highway. Well, I guess we still need quite a bit, but it would take bottom decking the estate. Okay, to be fair. Of course, they reshuffle into the highwayman immediately with the battle plan. We're cooked. This game is over, especially as we don't have the sailor. At least if we had the sailor, if we were under the highwayman attack, we could play it and maybe... No, we wouldn't even be able to afford anything that way either. They're going to play Warlord. Like, this is... I mean, this is a good sailor board, to be fair. It's a very strong sailor board. So maybe... I deserve everything that's coming to me is probably the way to put it. But they're for sure... I mean, the only awkward part about their situation at present is that they have to kind of delay the buy for a while, or delay trying to go for the buy. But they can for sure get the Warlord split. And maybe here I just do Highwayman and not even attempt the to do Warlords, just try and work around it. Either way, it's gross, and I'm very much lost. I mean, you still have to hit the hands for it, right? But it for sure worked out for yurikamome. Just sailor over treasure. I mean, you open double sailor and then you hit the sequence, and that's kind of unfortunate, but I don't really have... I don't know. Like this turn, they probably try loot. They may save the sailor to try the loot. They played the battle plan So they're saving estate, sailor, copper for a loot thing. They get spell scroll, which is actually not the biggest deal ever. To be honest. I don't know. It's not the warlord part, other than just warlord being useful. You know, that's the. Can go for a contract on a sailor. I don't know what that does, other than let me maybe play Highwayman and Treasure next turn. They can't really play this spell scroll. Well, they can play it for treasure. They can do the treasure thing, I guess. You just don't have money yet. I mean, I guess the idea is you can get free. Well, it's a little hard to manage, actually. Because you don't have. Well, you're doing it in your buy phase, so you can get a free treasure out of it, I guess, and just hold it. And it is like options for you later, or you can use it as unique now and try and get another boon, another loot. You just don't have a use for like the pile out aspect, other than having a pile out threat, which, you know, isn't nothing, but oh, this won't let me play the more sailors. That's fine. I could try for a foray here. Foray. So maybe I needed to trash. Did I not? I'm trying to. I don't know why I didn't think I had. Hammer, that is garbage. That is hot garbage. All right, we're just going to have to take the last three, basically. That's the situation we find ourselves in. Now the orbs are out. Our shield. We'll conserve energy. We just got to win out. Got to start here. Or just get swept into oblivion. That one, I don't know. I do think I'd go back. I would do Sailor opening, but the sequence was still brutal against me. Let's do a little thinking. There is the draw is pretty weak. The payload is pretty weak here, but honestly what, you know, what else are you supposed to do? I guess the question is whether there's like a money-ish thing that goes quickly. You can remake stuff. I mean, if you get thin, there are some cute things. For sure. More along the lines of just nothing's happening, so let's try and do something kind of nice. Wait, I don't know. I had a world where I thought that was the play, and now I don't know if I think that's the play or not. Because Sentinel's probably a little better. I mean, what are you eventually trying to do? Just king plazas? And there's like some kind of apothecary angle you can try for. I really think if I was doing this again, I would probably do Plaza Sentinel, but I think I'm going to end up here with Remake Warehouse, which seems not great, but whatever. And then the reshuffle, look for like play remake and then have a turn where you ferry King's Court, I guess. Not sure. I guess you can ferry one of the threes and do coppers to the threes, but none of them are that good. If it was Menagerie or something. Village. We'll see what happens here. I draw the warehouse, that's super nice. You can pretty rapidly get to a point of buying. Oh, I gotta discard 3. That's crazy. And then we ferry the King's Court here. It does give you lucky coin into King's Court as an option. Maybe a guide, I don't know. If you draw really well, I mean, if your remake and your Sentinel don't collide, then there are some nice things. I could maybe have gone... I could have maybe tried Plaza Sentinel. As my angle. But this is slightly sad. I'm a little surprised at the fool, but should we fight it? I mean, once one person gets fool, it's just fun to play fool a lot. Maybe you're the person who gets the will-o-wisps. You know. This was very lucky. These are pretty good. If you can use the trash anyway. If you can't use the trash in your hand, then it's not as good. But that was really nice, actually. But maybe I'll get the wisp. Probably don't discard. Okay. We can do well. The fool unfortunately impacts us quite a bit. Sun's Gift would be pretty terrible. Well, yeah, we could make it work. We probably aren't going to have a buy. I'm not 100% confident of the lose the lucky coin at this stage because the fueling can be nice. But I'm not getting flames. Otherwise, it would have made sense to save a copper. Maybe guide. These are nice. These are really, really, really nice. Not quite nice enough to save me, but they're still quite nice. If they don't play fool, there's like a outside shot that we get this turn rescued. If only I had played the... Actually, I don't know what I'm saying. So we're not getting field, but wind and sun could do some stuff. For sure. The risk is that we whiff on a... Well, that's a thing. Maybe you toss the Sentinel because, like, your targets are already in hand anyway. Because I've trashed some copper. 1 copper maybe. So I only have 2 coppers in these 10 cards. So the Sentinel reordering could be nice, but buying King's Court seems nicer if depending on what we draw here, but I guess the risk is, I guess you can just get knowledge on your next hand by tossing the snowy, and then just play the sentinel. Maybe you trash copper, but you get to see, you set up king stuff. You can also not play. I mean, the action thing may not matter a whole lot. There are probably more things that can go wrong than can go right, to be perfectly honest. C's gift is still in here. That would be maybe the nicest thing. Playing the guide, potentially nice. I'm not clear on this. Let's toss the remake in the warehouse. Try and maybe get another trash on. Oh, we don't hit that, but that's okay. I guess we're exposing ourselves to cursing. We could have left the warehouse on there, but this is 2 King's Courts bottom deck, so we're gonna. That sucks so bad. Though we may get a wins gift. No. Okay. Well, that was awful. I should have been tracking. I guess we don't need king all that bad. They gain a necromancer and a plaza. Okay. I'm gonna be missing that lucky coin desperately. The question is just, can we kind of make up for it in the meanwhile? The wisp is still beautiful. I guess I shouldn't have discarded the last one. That was stupid. Sky's gift would be pretty nice to find. Yeah, that was a bit of a mistake. Or actually, Oh no, this is fine. We'll just do it this way. I should be able to win this, but I don't have lucky coin, which is a bit unfortunate. These, fortunately, are not very good to have at the end here. Not exciting anyway. I'm surprised they tossed the coin like that. Oh, they had snowy still? Okay, well, that didn't matter. I'm big ahead on King's Courts. I'm just a little scared of the lucky coin. I mean, this is not a guide hand, but I don't know. The Wisp doesn't really have targets anyway. It would be nice to be able to king. But we can settle for going across this way, I suppose. It's really pretty hard to power up here. It would just be hard to play money against it because you would get 10 curses and they would eventually have threat on like duchies. I don't know. There's some value in saving these just on the back of trying to figure out where the Sky's Gift is probably still in here, and Sky's Gift would actually be quite good. I think. And of course the Wisp is nice here. I think I want the draw of this. I guess I could have trashed the kept the Sentinel and trashed it or something. Do we want multiple buys or do we want a shot at the Wisp drawing? We're going to draw 4 of these 5 cards. Do we need more than 2 buys? That seems unlikely. I'm not displeased about the second wisp at all. Not at all mad about the not at all mad about the gold or the wisp there. This was almost, I just left. Well, and I probably would still be winning even if I had like a dud turn, but oh my gosh. Now I have a shot at mountains as well, which is cool. I've definitely had the better boons, though their first set was pretty good. I guess I have a guide as well, don't I? I totally forgot about that. So maybe my duds are not. Maybe there's not too much to be afraid of. Right now it's 5-2 on the King's Courts. Try and shoot for 7. I think we can do 7. If they don't, they can get the 4. I mean, maybe they can do more than that here. I don't know. Maybe they can get all 3, but kind of seems hard. So they kill Lucky Coin. Okay. Yeah, so Lucky Coin, that gap is gone. It wouldn't be bad to have a real young witch, just to have curse. I mean, they can handle it, but it is sort of negative card draw on them. Though, of course, it's a little negative card draw on you as well. But they do, I mean, they have to deal with it, and it does give you pretty good pile threat and you know, a point angle as well. I think we just each have 1 silver. I'm gonna scream if these are the questions. What are we aiming for this turn now? We could... No, we did kill the Sentinel already. We could kill the silver for a young witch, but the money is kind of okay. We're getting 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 tripled actions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like more than we can really do. Let's see what we get here. Whatever. I don't care about this. Would have been cool to get the silver, but alas. 1, 3, 5, 7. We could save. We kind of messed this up. I guess we could shoot for... Because we probably should have gotten a... Yeah, this is underplayed somewhat. Either in coffers or in whatever. We should have got more coffers. We should have got more other things. But we can... I guess we could have done... I don't know. I don't know that we want to lose the remake this instant. One, 3, 5, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how to put in the actions to make this payload matter. I could province and I could ferry. One of them. Or I could province and I could ferry something. I could just province. I don't really have... as I said, I don't really have the actions to play this fully. I should have a couple more coffers. I was just a little scared. I wonder if Fairy Plaza does anything for me. And I might be able to get... $8, but I won't probably have the King's Court. Well, I could remake into it maybe. Or Mason into it. I don't want to expose... I would really like to not expose a 3-pile, but that seems hard given that I have a plaza or a and I could buy one. That seems hard given that I have, well, the 3 piles are really not close and I have a 10-point lead. It would be nice to maybe have another necromancer. This is hard. They do king king. This is a hard hand to figure out the angle on. I guess you probably, because it would, I mean, even if you had one King's Court, that would make a huge difference. But guiding from this into unknown is so scary. So, like, what do? You probably apprentice. You probably play one wisp and then apprentice the other one. Something like that. Or you see what you draw and maybe apprentice the other one. It's really scary. But it's not bad enough to guide. There's just too many of the cantrips. Those are pretty nice. I'm going to assume not enough to win, but... Of course, the fear is that this stuff makes a pile out hard or impossible. As I don't get to king the necromancer most likely. If you play one wisp and you see, oh, it's king king on top, then you can go on, but this is like it's not a bad hand to open with, but it's like somehow in practice or super awkward to have the gainers, the necromancer and the remake there, and then so, but just a bummer. I think the curse give out probably helps me slightly. This makes sense too. I think they're just playing for a dud. Plaza into their hand. Oh, the wisp drew. Right. This gives us a little more leeway. I mean, it's not. Okay, so now we know it's king king on top, so we can probably either go ahead and yeah, this should be fine. We need $6, or we need 6 coffers probably, and yeah, this should be easy. We need to king the whatever, but I say easy. We do need to draw the copper relatively soon, or we won't have the money. Think about this. Well, anyway. You can also well. Are we gonna be short cash? Like a little bit? Depends on what the fool does. 5, 1, 2. I don't know why I did 2 king's courts. I should have done maybe 1, but okay. So we need zombie spy. Are we gonna end up short? Some way, somehow. It's these wisps not getting kinged. I may have botched this. I mean, the good news is we'll have given out all these curses and stuff, and we can still province if we don't have a win, but I think at this point it's going to be a bit of a crapshoot. We played 2. We have 1 by. I don't know if any of these other ones help. Yeah, we don't have $6 anymore. We cannot really get it either. I'm sure there was a way to do it, but I'm a buck short here. Which is not great. Though the good news, I guess, is if well, they're not gonna 5. I don't even know if they'll double. Lowering is pretty scary. I could put the fairy back on the king's court. That's not actually crazy. They got a couple silvers there. It's just the big hand thing is still problematic for them. But then the next turn I have more. Well, if I save the coffers, I have more angles. If I don't save the coffers, I don't really have more angles. It feels like there's probably safe-ish things to buy here. Like maybe Necromancer. They would have to double province, trash all the curses, gain 3 plazas, gain a king's court. They don't have a gold right now. And next turn I have to, well, make up points if I have to make up points, but three plazas and king's court. This is scary too, but you have to keep it. They're already out of king on the first thing here. It probably was safe for me to just buy a plaza. Oh, I forgot I put a king in there. Yeah, that's relevant too. So they still have 2 more. The warehouse, that doesn't help, really. I mean, it might help their turn, but... The provinces are still just hard for them to gain. That was a loan. Then there one. So many of their plays are card negative. These are not, I don't know. They probably don't help all that much. Not that they wouldn't want to. They just don't have the draw. We're gonna be here for a really long time. This is gonna be a really long match. All right, okay. I played one of my lost ones out pretty long, but There go those curses. So now I need $8 and a remake play or some amount of masoning and or remaking things into other things. This is super scary. Okay, now it's not so scary. This should be relatively free. Or we can just get $6 if we just remake the duchy or the young witch into a duchy or whatever, and gold into the thing, and then we just need $6. I mean, at some point it'll make sense to discard, but okay. The necromancers can just be full king's courts now, basically. I probably am not far from there's the money done. What does any of this do? Keep having more of these. All right. We did one of the things we needed to do. Okay, I have 5-2. 5-2. Yeah. Butcher Chapel. Mint Chapel. I don't think Mint Chapel. Cheap. What's cheap? The rogue is cheap. I always wish they moved the cheap card to where it cost. But whatever. This is probably just Butcher Chapel and to get a sack of loot and do money pretty fast. and hope your butcher and your chapel don't collide. There may be some points to tactically take cavalry, and maybe a hand where you buy an acting troop just to open up your options a little bit. I don't know if it's enough to like. I mean, you can like rogue acting troops. So there is an engine of draw that you can do, but it's pretty action hungry. If you get a staff, that's going to make some difference there. And the thing is that everything you build up to, the timing of the simpler thing is still going to consistently province quite well. So there's it can be hard. To maneuver between those things, I suppose. But I wouldn't be surprised if some amount of acting troop smithy got in there. And then maybe, that could also include cavalry and rogue. It's just really action hungry. If the draw was bigger, then maybe, because then but anyway, I'm happy with my split. If it draws really well, it could be decisive. If it draws poorly, it's still probably okay. Your dream is like the chapel on the turn 3, and then like butcher estate into cavalry, maybe by acting troop or harbinger or silver. You'd almost rather trash maybe 3 coppers, 1 estate is the best one, but it might be 2 estates. I think your butcher will find targets later. Also, the 3 estate, and if you play butcher 4 coppers and buy sack, that's also not a bad one. Or you could even do the mint. You could do the mint at that point. Use 1 coffer mint, and then you can mint into sack of loot or whatever. Defiled Shrine is going to be... It could be relevant because the points are going to be a little tight, I think. Potentially tightly contested, so... They spent a lot of time thinking, and they went for that, which is fine. I'm going to take the mint here. It would be okay if one of them sombreroed. It would actually be fine if the chapel missed now. They both missed, that's a little sad. I assume you mint here as yurikamome too. Minting's a little harder for them. Mint's pretty easy for me. Imagine if we had a villager. This would be over. This is probably Harbinger. I don't know if I do the Defiled Shrine. Never mind, they bought it. I don't love it for their deck because of what right now is a bit of a gap in the... But you know. Also, acting troop for me is a little risky because until I have the rogue, I suppose I'm just gifting them a free one. I'm a little surprised they took that though. I think I don't even use the coffer. Yeah, I mean, it's an angle. If I take the acting troop, this is a little sad, but whatever. The rogue can hit. That's the bad part. I forget rogue has an attack. Now, once I get past this hand, it's not as scary. Because then there's nothing for it to hit. Let me think a little bit. If I go here, this keeps us clean for like a couple turns. It doesn't leave a like we can just trash the 2. Or no, we have the chapel, so we need to, yeah. This kind of leaves us slightly golden. Not golden, but at least we have a shot to get a sack of loot and put that in here. And we can stay pretty small. I don't think we even buy something because it risks. Though it would be nice to have like a silver get hit. Like that would be super nice. But it pushes like the butcher or the sack out into the world, and I just don't want to do that. So they have 6 points. I have probably a turn lead. They have terminals that they can't necessarily play at this point in time. Quite a few of them. I wonder if they're losing the rogue or if they're gonna keep it. So the acting troop is opened up. Which means we could start living that life. They still have the curse, huh? I don't know if I can play the... I mean, I can. We could buy rogue here. We could go acting troop rogue. We're not going to draw everything, though. They still have a mint? How fast can I end it if I don't do the... And how quickly can they build up? Oh, I don't know. We could take a 4-point defiled shrine, though it whiffs. The this draws still. I'm real worried I'm gonna get skunked out here somehow. I don't know what that even means. Oh, I guess the rogue couldn't hit me anyway after I did the mint. That's annoying. But what can you do? They still have 2 curses. What did I get? Chalice? That sucked. It might be okay. It kind of sucks though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So we're not, unless it's Butcher. It's Butcher, Jewels, Chalice. Chalice whiffs, Province. Butcher gets their exact with losing the coffers. There have to be some horses. When did I play the Butcher Trashman turn 6? So this rogue otherwise could have hit me. But then after that, I didn't have to worry about the rogue necessarily. And they had a harder time playing it because the mints were already there. Chalice is a big bummer because otherwise this hand provinces for sure. In fact, if it was a 3, we would get to save 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We get to save a coffer. Whatever. This is where we are. The next shuffle should have like plenty of money, but we could cavalry into playing the chalice now, I guess. Now I have a sword. I thought I had more cards down. Oh, the jewels wasn't there yet. So it's a copper. Oh, it's a copper. So jewels, copper, whatever. We could play the chalice, or we can just buy province. This is gonna be frustrating to play because it's gonna swing on their draws a lot. Like if they hadn't found the horses, I mean, I don't know, it was in hand. I guess the horses were guaranteed to be kind of hanging back there. I'm gonna have 7 here, which blows. I guess I have a shot at more than 7. What did I get? Goat and sword. Yeah. Puzzle box would be nice for me. Goat's pretty bad. It's like rogue, butcher, 2 cavalries uses the villagers. Whether they'll play both they may not play both the cavalries. I don't know what it is. There's a horse, 2 cavalries, butcher, rogue, sack of loot, sword, amphora, curse maybe. We don't know what the last card is, but yeah, I'm pretty cooked. They didn't play, or it was one of the cavalry's dead. One of the cavalries is dead, so they didn't actually. But it took this full. It took a villager that maybe didn't have to be. I don't know. It's just going to be whether they don't have their deck. They don't have a lot of draw relative to the deck. There's 2 horses and a smithy, right? The deck size now is quite big, but when those turns come up where they have a shot at playing those, then it's going to be challenging. So we could butcher Save a Coffer by Duchy, or we can get the Chalice down, which will give us 1 coin, you know, forever. And the Duchy may not matter hugely, but it could. We'll just have to see how they do on the actions. I'm probably in trouble. This for sure, I say for sure. This has 2 provinces. When did I shuffle? This has like 2 provinces, 2 sacks, and 2 loots. So not at all guaranteed. I think I'm gonna leave it. This feels bad. Everything feels bad, so I guess the horses were top deck, so this wasn't like lucky necessarily, but I'm lost. And I had an angle where I probably had time to do the things, but I was lazy. Frankly, I just played it quite lazily. Now, it looks like they're into buying some cavalries already, so that may be good for me. Though they may also just be taking province and waiting. If you have these and then you can wait and your rogue can gain cavalry, I don't know. But they haven't played a cavalry, so they don't have horses. The insignia maybe is a big deal. Now again, the deck size is inflating, so well, insignia could for sure be a big deal here, because then they're going to get to... Oh, this is a little weird. This is a bit odd to me, but... This feels all a bit wheel spinny. I mean, it makes the deck... It probably makes, like, the... You know, the amount of green relative to good cards way lower, but... these cavalries played where the horses are gone, you're going to shuffle, and now you have these in your deck. Next time. Which feels a little weird to me. You're going to want to top deck a Smithy, I suppose. I don't know what's left in hand at this point. There's still a Curson deck. It's a little odd to me. I won't lie. There's no guarantee you dud or don't dud or whatever, but you can put Smithy on top. I mean, that does some good work. But I'm really confused by the horse going up there, or the horse dying there. Feels like you just desperately need draw. I'm really quite confused by the gains here. Because these cavalries are all stop cards. Is there a pile out? I'm so confused. There's another butcher. I'm really confused. It feels like you can keep things tighter, but I don't know. I'm sure I'm gonna lose. I don't know where their points came from this turn. Did they just already have some? Oh, they had 16. They trashed a curve. So. So they're going into this with 2 horses. I don't know if they're provincing this turn. And they are very likely to just win. I'm going to have to buy a province, obviously. And they're very likely to just win immediately. But I guess there's another loot they gain that haven't played yet. Maybe. An orb. There's an orb. I guess you can orb and do a cavalry. Then you can't province. Well, I don't know what the last card is. Maybe it's good. Maybe it's another loot. Or a silver. Probably silver. It's probably... Yeah, I have this silver. I don't know what it is. Probably the province. Can have 2 more horses top deck to, I guess, make your odds of triple better. You can just wait, right? You should do another horse, buy a smithy. You go into the hand with that much draw. No, they went for this. So they're basically thinking that the odds of double with this is good enough, I guess. That or they're gonna smithy acting troop, or yeah, smithy acting troop on top. Or maybe even take another defiled shrine, though. I don't know what that... if that's worth it or not. My hope is just that there's, 4 cavalries on top of the deck. That's my only... 4 or 5 cavalries just sitting there on the top of the deck. There was one of them. It's stupid because I'm going to lose to double province. But I'm also I'm also probably just not even going to have 8 in the next turn anyway. To actually put a little pressure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I only have 6. So this is a rotten shuffle anyway. I didn't have... Yeah, they can just mill. Why'd they play the cavalry? That's rude. Alright. I played these a little lazy, but I played that one lazy because I got the good trashing, though they did have the 6-point defiled shrine that I couldn't really take. But anyway, yurikamome played it really well. Certainly outplayed me that game and that sailor game. And I mucked. I just was so stupid on the tactician stockpile one in a few couple of key spots. It was unfortunately one of those games where the plan was kind of simple, and if you botch it at a particular point, you can lose the half turn that with the limited gains just means you're cooked. And I definitely did that to myself. So yeah, I mean, blockade's really good here, right? I guess it's not crazy to take a lighthouse, but at some point. Oh well, these were all they were nice boards. We rolled really nice kingdoms, I thought. Now where's mint? Oh, it's not here. Giant's probably pretty bad. Guess you take a minstrel. See if someone drew their blockade first. Wasn't me. It weren't me, that's for sure. We'll get to wish for it. There's two village piles, which is helpful here. Discarded 2 coppers. Oh no, I revealed the estate. I wonder if you take the... I guess I could block the lighthouses. There's something to putting a port in here. But I'm not sure exactly what it is. I hope my minstrel's on top of my deck. Fingers crossed. I have a lot of blockades. I don't have as much as the other good stuff. Peril seems kind of early. Actually, peril just seems kind of bad. I don't know how else to put it. Won't lie about that. I need to start squirreling for sure. When I can. Hopefully this turn I get some opportunities. That happened to me earlier. This is well, I don't know if these were down here or just rotten shuffle. This is bad shuffle either way. I don't remember how much of the deck was left when I did my wish. But, oh well. Okay. Top deck's a lighthouse. Should I squirrel this guy this time? Probably. I don't think I care a whole lot about the attack. What are we doing? Now they can swoop in and claim the blockades that I've been trying to keep for myself. Selfishly. Meal. Actually, maybe I wanted one of those to be just a squirrel. Who knows? I still don't really understand the perils. Oh, you know. There are many things I don't understand. Top deck's a wishing well. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, what do we got? Drew a blockade. That's nice. Yurikamome is probably just letting me maybe have one out of kindness. Pity. Maybe not, but... They get a staff with their peril. That's pretty nice. Well, they do have a lot of villages. It's potentially nice, you know. Could be nice. This is a sort of unfortunate visual effect where the last port squirreled means they all look like they're squirreled. That's kind of bad. Not playing any blockades is a little crappy. I guess maybe they're playing for a pile out. I don't know how many. I have 3 blockades. I can score point. I mean, I only need $8. I mean, I gotta draw everything, but I think I have 3 blockades. Maybe I don't have 3 blockades. That's certainly possible. Where are we sitting at though? We're not far from it. Whatever it is, we're not far from it. I guess if you draw enough here, I don't know. Do I have 5 blockades or not? I guess I can check and it doesn't really change too much. Except the shuffle. Well, it's not that bad of a shuffle. I just don't know if the last card is a blockade. It is a blockade. Hurrah. So 3, 8, the bishop points. Yurikamome did let me win. Out of pity. Yay. All right. Thanks everyone for watching. Yeah, I phoned it in a little bit on a couple games where I think I could have put up a better fight, but I hope you enjoyed watching it in any case, and I will see you all next season. So take care.